Good morning. Fairly crestfallen Rod Fleming in the Philippines today. This is going to be fairly short. I'm not going to be making long form videos for YouTube anymore, and I will explain in another video why. But just now I want to address a few things that have happened. Sam, as you know, is dead. She's passed. She's gone to whatever comes next, whatever that is. I loved Sam very deeply. Sam was 25 when I met her first, and 26 when we came together. She was a fully adult human being. She was not under any illusions about what we were doing. She was perfectly capable of making her own decisions, and she did that. A few things that people haven't perhaps realised about Sam, and I will tell you now. And I think it's important if you're considering a relationship with a ladyboy. First of all, she suffered from severe childhood post-traumatic stress disorder. Very severe. And it was a big problem for her. It, I think, was the cause of her manifest anger management issues and the depressions to which she was prone regularly. She was often depressed, very depressed. She also had major daddy issues. And I think to an extent she associated me with her father, and her father used to be, I don't know whether it was her father or her stepfather, but one of them was not nice to her. Anyway, we managed to cope with that, and I tried very hard to, well, make her happy. That's all I really was doing with Sam, was make her happy. You know, she's happy, I'm happy. Life goes on. I can get work done. It's all good. And Sam was intensely loyal. She was really good to me in many ways, and I think I was very loyal to her. You know, it was 6 years that we were together, during which time I paid for everything. I paid for her clothes, her hairdos, her hormones, her health, her food, obviously, the rent, everything. Everything. I bought her motorcycles, which she fell off and frequently injured herself without telling me. You know, so I'd be like, what happened to this motorbike? Well, I kind of fell off, you know. And then she got nicked once for driving it and not having a license. And I said, you didn't tell me you didn't have a driving license. Not even a provisional, you know, a student license. She didn't have it because she wouldn't do anything to do with having ID, because any ID that she could have had would have said Samuel, which was a major problem because it meant she couldn't have a bank account, so I couldn't put money in her bank. It was non-stop. And, you know, I just put up with it. I just went, okay, fine, that's how it is. I'll do my best to get around this. And it cost a hell of a lot of money, but what the hell. It's only money. At the moment, well, let's go back a little bit first. Her family never liked me. And although they were superficially welcoming, I know they didn't like me. And the reason is that they never accepted Sam as a girl. As far as they were concerned, she was a boy. Fair enough. If you want to do that, that's fine by me. But as a boy, she was expected by the family to produce money for the family, because she had no kids of her own. And she obviously wasn't going to have kids with me. So there was a huge pressure on her to get money for, you know, various family members. And actually I did voluntarily support her brother, her younger brother, when he went through school. He was actually living with her sister, so we were just helping with the school fees and things like that. So I helped with that. But I refused to give any more money than that. That was it. I said, no. I know that Sam was lifting money. I mean, I used to put away my wallet and it'd be like 10k in it, 10,000. And I'd come back and there's only 8,000. And what's the point in making a fuss about it? I mean, after the first couple of times I just went, yeah, that happens. There was an occasion where a larger sum went missing, and that was because she was under huge pressure from the family to give her the money, and instead of asking me, she took it. And when her mother died, which was a couple of years ago, at that time that was just, you know, when I was really on rock bottom and scraping for every penny. And I said, I'm not giving anything. I can't give anything. She's not my mother, and I'm not doing it. And that's the point where the family really decided that I was a horrible person, and that they really wanted to destroy the relationship and to destroy me. And I say this because, not to besmirch Sam, but because I know these people, and I use the word people loosely, have been spreading lies and rumours on Facebook, which is a sewer, it's a shithole, it's a horrible, horrible place, and I am not going there, and I'm certainly not going to respond to their crap. Lies and innuendo. Hearsay, lies and innuendo. One person I said that, the usual Filipino stuff. So I'm going to say to any man who has intentions on a ladyboy to be very, very, very careful about her family. Because if you don't front up the money that they want, they will try to destroy you. They will try to destroy your relationship, and they will try to destroy you personally. They will try to destroy your relationship because it's like, well, you know, what we want is for this person who should be, in their eyes, a breadwinner, can go and get another foreigner who's rich. Because foreigners are all rich. Why are you with this poor guy? That's how it works. So be very bloody careful. Check out the family in depth. And I always made it sure it's clear right from day one, I am not funding your family. Not going to happen. Well, in the end I did fund them to quite a bit of money, but it was, you know, it was clandestine. I was not supposed to know about it happening. But I'm not entirely stupid. I mean, I do count what's in my wallet. Sam wasn't a thief, but, you know, she did what she needed to do. And when she was under huge pressure from her family, she did things that really she shouldn't have. But I forgave her. I said that's okay. I didn't like being lied to, but one loses it. And as I say, I am not going to go and answer these preposterous claims that are being made. They're all lies. They're all innuendo. They all come from a certain person. It's all bullshit. It's all absolute bullshit. I loved Sam very, very much. And I had certainly 4 of the happiest years of my life with her. Latterly, particularly when she started to get ill, it wasn't so good. And it wasn't because of, you know, anything bad. It was just because she was getting more and more depressed. The reason she was getting more and more depressed was she knew perfectly well she was dying. She kept talking about her condition and how I'm so worried about my condition and where it's going. She knew where it was going, and that made her depressed. And it made her angry, which I can fully understand, and she took her anger out on me, which is, again, completely understandable. But these people, you know, they twist anything. So guys, if you're interested in this sort of thing, you have to be so careful of the family, you know. And fortunately, we weren't anywhere near them. You know, they all lived miles away, and that is definitely something I would advise, because they will put your girl under huge pressure. And if they're in the neighbourhood, it's going to be, I think for most girls, it's going to be intolerable. They're not going to be able to cope with it. No. Now, just before I close, I would say that I would make it clear that in Sam's later stages, I hired a carer because I frankly couldn't give her 24/7 care. And the friends that she had, were completely unreliable. I mean, I would leave one of them here and go up, you know, look, you stay here. You stay here. So if Sam needs you, you're here. And I would go and do whatever, the bank, the shopping, get supplies, go to the pharmacy, all that kind of stuff. Come back, nobody here with Sam. Nobody. And they're all fucked off somewhere, you know, and they were busy smoking cigarettes and having a laugh. And I said, that's just impossible to deal with, so I had to hire somebody. I had to engage somebody to look after her. And the deal was she did half it and I did half it. Well, she stayed on as the caretaker stroke housekeeper here because, you know, frankly I need somebody like that. And they're going to tell you lots of lies about her too. And so just don't believe them. And they've decided that it's all my fault. I did not give Sam tuberculosis. I didn't. There's no possibility of that. Right? And I have to be tested again this week. She was HIV positive, or at least she claimed to be. And her diagnosis of tuberculosis is consistent with a full-blown case of AIDS. And in fact, that is exactly what her doctor said to me. This is a full-blown case of AIDS. That's what's killing her. And the family didn't want to know about that. They wanted it to be my fault. They wanted it to be something I did. It wasn't anything I did. I spent fortunes trying to save her, as well as, giving her all the emotional support I possibly could. So guys, again, you get involved with a ladyboy, or even any other girl here, especially a poor one, you check out that family, you check it out in depth. And if you're not rich as Croesus and you can just, fine, yeah, have 20, 30,000 pounds pesos a month, not a problem, I can deal with it. No. I live on a pension and a little bit that I make from doing things like this. I can't afford these huge amounts of money. And I always made that very clear. I was not going to do it. So anyway, it's Requiescat in Pace for Sam. And I'm really sorry about that, because she was my hopes and dreams. All my plans were centered around Sam. And she's gone. She's gone. So, take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.